I'm going to explain to you one of the new topics of the GCSE mathematics, that is the expanding product of two or more binomials. So our topics is expanding product of two or more binomial. Normally in GCSE there is one very common question of expanding product, like as that they used to give it expand 2x plus 1 x minus 3. This is very used to question in the GCSE, and that will come up for the 2 marks of non-calculator paper. So how do we expand it? We expand it is a two-step question, two-step part. The first part we will multiply by the first part of the bracket with the second bracket. That means 2x with x minus 3. And the rest of the part of the first bracket we are going to times second time with the whole thing of second bracket. Add with 1 x minus 3. So I'm going to get two terms from the first part and two terms from the second part. What will be the first part term? 2x will be multiplied with the x and 2x will be multiplied with 3. That means 2x will multiply with x is going to give it to me 2x to the power 2, and 2x multiplied with 3 give it to me minus 6x. If I do the second part, I am going to get two terms from here also. One is add with 1 time x give it to me x, and 1 time 3 give it to me minus 3. Now I have to do collecting like terms. That means I have to join the x squared terms with the x squared and x term with x. There is only x squared term, one of them, so I need to write down 2x to the power 2. I have 2x term, I have to add them together. There is minus x and there is plus 1x. If I do so, I'm going to get minus 5x from there, and minus 3 will be stay same. This is the normal expanding question, what will come for the 2 marks in used to of the GCSE. Now they introduce of this time a new topic, that is expanding of more than 2 binomials. How the questions look like? The question will come like as that, such as expand and simplify. Two x plus 5 x minus 1 4x minus 3 can be written down as a x cube plus bx square plus cx plus d. How do I do that? It is very difficult to multiply 3 of the bracket, 3 of the product together. So what we should do, we should multiply of the 2 of them. Then what the result we got it, we need to times with the third one. Let's do step by step. So my first step should be I will times first one and the second one together. So that is like as the previous part. So I can times 2x plus 5 multiply with x minus 1. If we do so, I have to do the two step. The first step, 2x will be multiplied with the whole thing of the second bracket. That means 2x multiplied with x minus 1. And then I will do plus 5. That means the second part of the bracket plus 5 multiplied with the x minus 1. My second bracket will come twice because I am going to split it of the first bracket as a two equal part. So if I times them, I'm going to get 2 terms of the first part and 2 terms of the second part. Then I can simplify it. So first term will be 2x multiplied with x is 2x to the power 2. Take away 2x. If I do the second one, I'm going to get 5x minus 5. So my answer should be, I'll do now collecting like term is x, simplify that, minus 2x plus 5x. Ignore the x, just try to simplify the number. Minus 2 add with 5 is going to give it to me plus 3x minus 5. Now I need to, this is my result of the first two bracket simplification. Now I'm going to times this result with my third expression. How do I do that? Let's write it down together. 2x squared plus 3x minus 5. I'm going to times this part with the 4x minus 3. So the same way what we follow the previous method, I am going to write down the first term of first bracket with the whole thing of the second bracket. That means 2x to the power 2 multiply with 4x minus 3. Now second terms of the first bracket multiply with the second one whole thing. That means plus 3x will be multiplied with the second one. That means 3x multiply with 4x minus 3. Now minus 5 is remain. Now I have to take the minus 5 with the third one again. That means minus 5, 4x minus 3. That will give it to me in total 6 terms. The first one give it to me 2 terms. Second one will give it to me another 2 terms. And third one will give it to me another 2 terms. Let's write down the terms together. Then I have to do the collecting of the like term. That will give it to me my final answer. So 2x squared multiply with 4x. I need to times the number to number. 2 and 4 is given to me 8x cubed. 2 and 4 is 8. X squared and x will be x cubed. 2 and 3 is 6. And x squared will be stay same because I don't have any other x. Now 3x multiply with the 4x, that is going to give it to me 3 and 4 is 12. X and x give it to me complete x squared. And 3x multiple with minus 3 is given to me a negative term of minus 9x. And minus 5 times with 4x is going to give it to me 5 and 4 is 20. X will be stay same. Then minus 5 minus 3. If I multiply both of the minus, that will give it to me a plus, and 5 and 3 is 15. Now I have to do collective of like terms. That means I have to simplify x squared and xx because there is more than one x squared and more than one x, but there is no x cube and no other number. So I can write down the x cube as usual, 8x cubed. I can simplify x squared and x squared. That means I have minus 6x squared and plus 12x. Ignore the x squared. Minus 6 plus 12, that will give it to me, if I add them together, plus 6. And x squared will be with that. Now I can see that minus 9x and minus 20 are the same. So I can write down same sign. So I need to add the number. So minus 29. X will be stay same. And plus 15 will be stay same because there is no other number. This is the way of doing expanding 3 bracket. Product of expanding 3 bracket. We can't do all of the 3 together. So what will our target? The first step is to expand the 2 of them, and second step will be what the result I got it from the first step. Use that step and do the second one. Expand with the third one. What was stated before. If you got this one, then we can go for 4 expanding 4 bracket expanding of the product of 4 bracket. Let's do one question like that. So let's do one expanding 4 bracket. If they will ask us expand and simplify x plus 3, x minus 3, 2x plus 1, 5x minus 6. Okay. So for expanding this one, I have to follow the same 2 step. But this time there is a 4 bracket. I have to expand 4 of them. So I like to do first to expand at first and second to expand at the first time. Then what the result come up of the first one and what the result come up for the second one, multiply them together. That's going to give me the final answer. Let's do the first one. So if I do x plus 3 multiply with x minus 3. So what we can do, this will follow actually one formula. We know that the formula is a plus b multiply with a minus b is going to give it to me a square minus b square. This is the difference of the term square formula. Difference of two terms is going to give the product of the adding and take away of two terms. So we can use the formula. If I imagine my x is my a and my 3 is my b, so I can convert the term as a plus b multiply with a minus b, like as that. And we can written down as a square minus b square. That means x square minus 3 square. Because x is represented as a and 3 is represented as b. So we can written down x square minus 9. This is the answer of my first two product. Now let's do the second two product. So the second one is 2x plus 1 multiply with 5x minus 6. This one we cannot able to use the formula. So what we need to do, we have to do the previous method. So I will take my 2x and multiply with the second bracket the whole thing. So 2x multiply with 5x minus 6, and the second part of my first bracket, that means the plus 1, I'll multiply with the 5x minus 6, I mean the whole second bracket. That is going to give it to me 6 terms. So first bracket will give it to me 2 terms and second bracket will give it to me another 2 terms. So how can I write down that? Let's multiply the number to number. 5 and 2 give it to me 10. This is my 10x, x give it to me x square. And 6 times 2 is going to give it to me 12x. This is the complete of the product of first bracket. Now let's do the second one. If I multiply 5x with 1, they will stay same. That will be 5x. 1 multiply with 6 is going to give it to me minus 6. Now I have to do collective like terms. So the first one will stay same, 10x square minus 12 and plus 5. I have to simplify them together. Because of negative number is bigger than the positive number, so minus 12 add with 5, that is going to give it to me a negative number, that means the negative 7. So my answer should be negative 7x. Minus 6 will be stay same. This is the answer of my second two expanding bracket. Now I have to times the first one with the second one. This is going to my second step. So I did complete my step 1. Now I am going for my step 2. So what we'll do with my step 2, I need to multiply the answer of the first part with the answer of the second part. So my answer of the first part is x square minus 9. Let's written down of that. And my answer of the second part is this one. That is 10x square minus 7x minus 6. If I multiply them, I can split it as a two part. So the first part is the x square will be multiplied with the whole thing of the second one. So I can written down x square multiplied with 10x square minus 7x minus 6. And the second part is minus 9. So minus 9 will be multiplied with the whole thing of the second bracket. That means the 10x square minus 7x minus 6. Now, I am going to get 3 terms of the first part and 3 terms of the second part. What will be the 3 terms of my first part? 10. There is no other number here, so 10 will be the same. X square is going to give it to me x to the power 4. Now 7x multiply with x square is going to give it to me 7x to the power 3. X square multiply with minus 6 is going to give it to me minus 6x square. This is the complete of the first part. Now let's do the second part. I've written down by different colors so that it is easy to understand. So minus 9 multiply with the 10x square is minus 90x square. Minus 9 multiply with the minus 7x is going to give it to me minus will always be plus. 9 times 7 is 63x. And minus 9 minus 6 multiply together. Minus give me a plus. 9 times 6 is 54. If I do so, my x to the power 4 is only one term. Let's written down the 10x to the power 4. I don't have any other x cube, so minus 7x cube will be the same. But there is more than one x square term. 90 and 6. That's going to give it to me minus 96 x square. There is only one x, that means 63x plus last one is my 54. So I am going to get 5 terms from there. That should be my final answer. Thank you.